You are listening to Shaoni, Born from the Light, by Iowan. Read by Kevin M. Connolly. Chapter 10. The Crystal City. Do you sometimes wonder where your life is leading to? Or do you sometimes feel as if you are walking in circles, as if nothing ever really changes? Aniola, what is this place we are going to? The question had been on Shaoni's mind for quite a while now. At first, just after he met the wizard and asked him if he could stay with him, Shaoni hadn't wondered where the wizard would go to. Nor did he really care. He just wanted to follow the wizard and learn about the matters of the heart, just as his mother had asked him to, before she died. Not that he had the impression the wizard was just wandering along, going from one place to the next. On the contrary, even, Aniola seemed so sure about where he was going that he never even asked for directions. Yet the road they followed wasn't straight, and often Shaoni had the impression that they passed the same place twice. The Crystal City. The wizard suddenly answered Shaoni's question, and then returned to his own thoughts, as if with these few words he had said everything there was to be said. I should have known, Shaoni thought. Ask the man a question and he starts telling you a story. A story making you wonder if you did well asking anything in the first place. Or you get an answer like this, leaving you behind with a feeling of 1,000 questions unanswered. Shaoni couldn't stand it. Why can't I just get a simple answer to a simple question? He wondered. Just for once, why? Oh, what's the use? He suddenly decided. He took a few passes to catch up with the wizard walking ahead. Then, with the most natural voice he could master, he asked, "The Crystal City?" "Huh? What?" "Oh, right," the wizard replied, and fell silent again. Shaoni could bear it no longer. "Aniola!" he almost yelled. Shaoni was surprised by the intensity with which he had called out to the wizard. "I am sorry," he went on. "I'm sorry I yelled, but could you tell me something more about this Crystal City?" "Oh, that," the wizard replied. "Yes, sure. What would you like to know?" "Well, to start with," Shaoni said, while still trying to regain his calm, "where is it? Is it far from here? And why are we not going to that place right away? I mean, sometimes I have the impression we are literally walking in circles." "No, we are not," the wizard replied. "We are taking the shortest road there is. It is just that it isn't ready yet." "What do you mean not ready yet? Are they still building it?" "Well, yes and no. We are still building it would be a more accurate description." This answer didn't really help Shaoni to calm down. "We are building it," he muttered. "What do you mean, we are building it? You mean we, like in you and I?" "Yes," the wizard replied. "You and I, and just about 100,000 others." Shaoni had the firm impression that this conversation was really leading nowhere, but still he tried to get a sensible answer out of the wizard, who seemed to do just everything to make him nervous. "So you and I and 100,000 other people are building a city called the Crystal City, a city we are going to, but not in a straight line because we are still building it?" "What?" the wizard replied. "Yes, right. Sort of." Shaoni by now felt a very strong urge to go squeeze a tree or something to calm his nerves. Why can't he just give me a straight answer? He thought, but didn't dare to ask. Just when he was about to give up, the wizard said, "You ask me where we are going to, Shaoni. You ask me how far it is, and you ask me why we are not going there in a straight line." "Yes, Shaoni replied hopefully. I gave you the answer to these 3 questions, but I'm afraid you didn't grasp the meaning of the words I said, so I will tell you once again. You and I and 100,000 other people are building a new city called the Crystal City. It is not an ordinary city, as you may have understood. This city is built with the power of the heart, not with stones, but with higher energies. It is built by people of goodwill, sometimes called light workers. It is a city that has been under construction for a couple of years, and ever more people are helping to build it. Many of these people think they stand almost alone, and sometimes they despair before the grandeur of the job at hand. Others don't realize that they themselves are helping to build the Crystal City, yet they are on the verge of realizing it. Aniola paused for a moment, giving Shaoni the time to let these words sink in. Then he continued, As for your questions, where it is and why don't we go there in a straight line, the answer is simple. It is being built within the world and places we live in now. It is, in a way, an upgrade of our actual world, of the places we still have to visit, and of the places we already visited before. We are not walking in circles. On the contrary, even, we are taking the shortest road there is. And whilst we are walking towards it, we are creating it, together with 100,000 of others. Have I seen these people already? Not all of them, of course, but many more than you might think, Aniola replied. More than you would imagine, and ever more are starting to work on the job every day. Ever more people are working on the foundation of the Crystal City? Yep, the wizard replied. And I am one of them. Yep again. Shaoni wanted to ask even more about this Crystal City, but saw that the wizard had once again returned into his own world of thoughts. Who were these people he already met? Shaoni wondered. What did they look like, and why didn't he recognize them as such? Did they look anything like the wizard? Shaoni tried to recall the people they had met so far. Who were they? Later that evening, the wizard came up to the boy and said, Tonight, my boy, just before falling asleep, go to your center and imagine. Imagine yourself gifted with this power to heal. Imagine you have this energy within you, an energy so powerful that it could heal the world. Then imagine seeing 100,000 people, all having this same energy, all having the intention to heal the world, and imagine them all working together to make their dream become reality. Thank you for enjoying this chapter of Shaoni, Born from the Light. To hear more of these stories, please visit www.shaoni.net/audio. If you prefer to receive all of these stories in print, visit www.shaoni.net/book.